Fascinating insights there, Krishna. You know, the real problems that nobody is really looking at. In smaller towns, who's going to spend so much of money online when they just about make ends meet, for regular purchases to just run a household? I think that's really the overarching message coming in there from Rajan Anandan, that, you know, if you want to build a sustainable internet business that's also going to be profitable, it will take 10 years, because that's when GDP per capita in India is really going to reach those levels. I mean, that's one of the most insightful things that I've heard, at least recently. Hope a lot of entrepreneurs, VCs are hearing it as well before they fund Series B, Series C, Series D. But moving on from that to one of IDG's portfolio companies, and a company that we said is called a Sunicorn because it might just become a unicorn with subsequent rounds of funding. We are talking about Lenskart, which really competes with the likes of Titan Eye Care. We spoke to its founder and CEO Peyush Bansal on the roadmap forward, and also on the discussions that they are having at the moment with Azim Premji for a possible investment. Let's listen into what Peyush Bansal had to say.
I think our biggest plan continues to be, delivering great products and ensuring the number of consumers, percentage of consumers who are referring us to other consumers continues to grow, and we track that very diligently. So that is one key problem, key area of work. And for that, there's a lot of work we need to do at the supply chain level, at the front-end experience level, ensuring the product quality, and which is what builds a phenomenal experience. The second area, of course, I think is to, we just launched our virtual reality, where one can try their specs on, on 3D. We 3D model your face, and it has been a monster hit on the mobile platform, because all mobile phones have camera. So we're seeing over 12,000 people, do those trials every day. So one big plan is to take that to 100,000 trials a day, figure out how can we bring social in that space, where you can actually take feedback from your friends and family on whether they like a look or not, and you can get that feedback. And third, I think, is opening more stores, and I think our biggest strategy is unlocking the potential in tier 3, tier 4 markets. So we are currently present in about 90 cities, and we want to take that to about 400 cities over the next few years. And tier 3, tier 4 markets are very different, consumers are different, the products have to be different, so we need to really localize that. So a lot of time, is going to understand, in understanding those consumers, what their requirements are, how can we, understand their problems and their needs and address them. So that is where other than that, building supply chain, we are right now in the process of setting up our latest facility, which will make over 100,000 specs a day. And
Okay. Talks that, you're in discussions for another round of funding, and with the likes of Premji Invest participating. Where does that stand? Have you closed that round? And, how will that really help?
Currently, we are not commenting on that. And I don't think we are raising any major investment rounds. Even if we bring on a partner, it is mainly going to be for a strategic reason, because people like Premji and some other people bring a lot of retail expertise and knowledge of the on-ground reality in tier 3, tier 4 markets, and they've been. So I think you may see some of that in the future, but not necessarily any big round of investment.
Okay. So when is it likely to close?
So I can't comment on it, but we'll likely hear something in the next 10-15 days.
We saw Carrot Lane getting acquired by Tanishq, but do you see Titan Eye Care and, Lenskart existing as separate businesses?
Oh, totally. I don't think there's any comparison. I think what Lenskart is doing is completely at a different tangent, right? We are the only fashion eyewear business in the country. I mean, in 5 years, we are even larger than Titan already, right? And growing at more than 100% a year. So I think there's no comparison. I think for us, the competition is not Titan at all. For us, the competition is the 350 million people who are not wearing specs today in the country, but who need specs. So I think for us, I think Titan will exist, but for us, the goal is really something else. Right. It's really addressing those 500 million people who need specs, and our journey so far has been at a very different pace. And it is not at all looking at what Titan is selling, what is not selling. We need to figure out solutions that will make this. So just to give you an example, we are doing over 10,000 eye exams every day, and we are not even benefiting from sales from those eye exams today. So we're really opening the category. We are covering 400 corporates a month. We are visiting 1,000 homes a day. We are doing about 4,000 eye exams at stores. So that is what our goal is. Our goal is to do 100,000 eye exams a day. I think it's a very different business, very different goal, and yeah.